Morning.
Morning, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, apart from the hour it has taken us to get sorted through all of my IT issues and then your IT issues, it's apart from that, I'm good.
Excellent. Yes,
And
but to be fair, it was out of your control somewhat.
yeah, so we are playing with some new toys today.
We are. Yes, first time using some of this mahoosive kit.
Yeah, I am spreading lime in the ridiculously wide Trident spreader.
Trident.
Yeah,
And I am attempting to put down. How much do we want to put down of nitrogen, actually?
about 100 kilograms, I think. So I think that's safe for whatever we're going to plant.
Okay.
Assuming we don't plant soybeans in here.
We won't, I don't
Um,
think, now. I'm
um,
just now. There we go.
is this your first
Uh,
attempt with anhydrous?
This is, yeah, doing it like this anyway. I did, when we were first setting this save months ago, I did have a drive around the field playing
Hmm.
um, with the seeders, not so much the toolbar. So that is set to 109. I might go a bit lower.
Yeah,
103. 103, there we go.
those are weird numbers.
Yeah, 103 litres per hectare.
Liters.
Yeah,
What's it showing as units of nitrogen?
150.
That's too high.
It is too high.
Yeah, you want about two-thirds of that.
What? I am confused. What's going on here? 75. Hmm. I need to have a think about this.
Do you want a hand? I'm coming back to
Yeah,
refill anyway.
you never are.
Yep.
How far did you get?
Half a headland.
Oh dear. I'm just going to have a look on the. Oh my word. Mind you, to be fair, that ain't bad.
It's a wide spread.
Considering the working width.
So, um, but yeah, we might need a better solution for getting lime here.
Yes, we could do with. Yeah.
I'll just park under the auger and then I'll jump in and
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're at the minute.
have a play. It says zero at the moment.
100. Yeah, 140 in places. Leaves a
Yeah,
nice texture though.
it does, doesn't it? So, uh,
Uh,
chain no values detected. Okay.
you have to, yeah, kind of drive forward a little bit.
Yeah, let me
It's weird.
turn that off and pick it up and get into the field. Okay, right. So, that should be about right. That's 121 litres per hectare. I think maybe the corner values are weird, but out in the field it's all at zero.
Oh, okay.
Um, so that should be fine. Ooh, lag. There's going to be a lot of that today,
Laggers,
I think.
laggers, spikers. Yes, I think you
Yeah,
might be right.
with my currently very dodgy internet connection.
Just a little bit, what did you call it?
Rubber bandy.
Rubber bandy.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Thank you for sorting that out.
Right. It's weird sometimes how the nitrogen doesn't go down in the edges of the field where you harvest.
Yeah.
But once you get into the body of the field, that should be doing about right. See what it
Yeah,
looks
it's,
like on the precision farming map.
yeah, so it's 100. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that,
That
that,
looks about right, doesn't it?
yeah,
It
yeah.
applies a weird amount where it applies it weirdly though.
It doesn't look like it's applying it uniformly.
It's not.
The seeders will average it out anyway when they're on
Yeah, that's
automatic.
very true.
So,
That is very true.
And the nice thing about anhydrous is, well, all my other experiments of using it is you generally use very little, and that was in FS19. I don't know how it's set up in 22, but
No, I think, well, I've used 5 litres so far.
yeah, and that's applying a pretty heavy dose of nitrogen.
It is, to be fair.
That's going to get us, whatever crop we plant, that's going to be more, at least halfway to what we need to be, or more than halfway.
Yeah, should be good.
Because the max is 200, so...
Like you say, as long as we don't put soybeans in, we're all good.
Can I work out how to get course plate to work?
What are you trying to do?
Set myself up a course play, not course play, a GPS.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
I think I've done it. At some point, I should practice more with GPS. Oh no, that's really not worked. I guess it has. It's just not picked up the width.
Alt R to sort that.
Nope.
It is.
No, it's. I think it's not picking up the auto width properly. Oh, there we go.
Let's see.
Got it.
I've started using the. I think it was you that did it. Set the A and then type the heading in.
Yep, it's much better.
It is. Because sometimes it's 89.6 degrees. So, yes. Yeah. Very good.
I've done that most of the way through using GPS because I found I could never get an AB line I was happy with.
Yeah.
So I always went for the option of doing that.
Cool. Yeah, it's yeah, I've never really used it. Just normally do the Alt E and drive forward, but yeah, it's a nice little
and you can
different way of doing it.
If you've got it set in the menu to be A plus a heading, you can still do the Alt E and it just pops up the heading box.
Yes, it did. It does actually. I did that this morning. I was ploughing, and yeah, did that.
Yes.
How are you doing for lime?
I'm refilling again.
Oh yeah, you didn't quite make it round, I see.
No, almost.
Missed a bit.
Close enough. Yeah, we definitely need a much bigger solution for having lime on the farm.
We do, yeah. It's desperately in need of it, I think. We're going to need a massive bin.
Yeah, I guess it's partly a feature of the fact that all of the fields are in awful state.
Yeah. I suppose we could, if we were so inclined, set up an auto drive course for the truck to go back to the shop.
Guess we could. I wonder whether there's a worker route built in.
I don't actually know.
Whether there's a worker network so we could just send it down with a worker.
Might work.
I will try it once I've emptied it.
Right, what am I doing?
How are you getting on with...
I'm just...
nitrogen is going on?
It is. I'm just setting GPS up on this back run.
Do you want me to start working from that side on the up-down rows? Because that's where I set my GPS up as well.
Yes, you could do, couldn't you? I probably need to do several more headlands before I get into up and down rows. I think this is going to take some time. It's not a very quick
well, my hope
process
is that... Well, that doesn't seem to line up at all. Okay.
I suppose failing that, you could put the Trident on a worker and get it to buy the lime.
Yeah. Can you... Do you
There's a
remember the key combination to reset the course plate to where you are? Not course plate. Oh,
um
sorry. Okay, is it?
oh, I can't. Yeah, it's either alt
That's it. I
insert.
got it.
Which one was it?
Alt home, I think.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, if we get to the point where we're struggling, we'll just stick it on worker to buy the lime. But
Yeah, I
uh,
mean,
so my hope is I can get the liming done really quickly, and then I
yeah,
can join you because we've
yeah.
got two of those.
No, that sounds like a plan.
So
Let's get GPS off. There we go. Oh, everything's jackknife and we'll just drive around.
I'm not used to driving that kind of rig, as you might have seen from the
No,
Ohio stuff. It's so different.
yeah, I think, yeah, I really don't know how people reverse these things. You know, you watch like the Millennial Farmer doing it,
It,
and it's like, how?
and I get the feeling that a lot of the time they don't.
Yeah, well, there is that as well. Yeah, they just drive.
You just go
Yeah,
for, most of those sorts of farms are set up with pull through sheds.
yeah, true.
So you drive in and through. Um, yeah, I don't think they do try and reverse stuff like that very often.
No,
But even turning it through like a 180 turn, probably easier with a wheel because you play with a wheel now, don't you? I think.
yes, yeah,
Um,
but yeah, I think this is definitely a skip row kind of
hmm,
job, isn't it?
yeah. But on keyboard, I found it's better to do them as kind of a box turn, and you turn a bit, let everything behind
Oh,
follow you a bit, and then turn a bit more.
yeah, yeah, good shout.
And yes, I am empty again already.
Very now. Oh, wowzers. Hopefully, though, this is as bad as it gets, if that makes sense. If we don't let it get
Yeah.
too horrendous
Our first line
every time.
application is always the worst one
Yeah,
with
I was
precision
quite
farming.
surprised on um, the oats, actually. It wasn't too bad, I don't know.
Yeah, and it might
But
be worth actually, although this looks really cool. When we do the rest of the field, switching to the cheaty. Um,
Jan,
yeah,
Jan, yeah,
the
whatever it's
Yan
called.
lime thing, because
Yeah,
that'll do this whole field with like half a load.
yeah, because that's got to be empty, surely.
I'm emptying the last bin now, or trying to.
Oh,
Um, it, I'm just struggling to get it to work out which bin is the one that's got
you want to be at,
a
yeah.
tiny bit of lime in it.
Well, I've used 9%.
I might
This is, I
just
do like this setup.
need to be a bit more patient because it takes a while for it to run along the auger on the bottom.
Yes, it's not an instantaneous unload, is it? Yeah, you have to give it a second
There
to
we go.
transfer.
I'm going to see if I can send it on a worker down to the buy point.
Oh, okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah.
We should. I don't. Has anyone done an auto drive network for this map? I'm
Oh,
guessing
I
there
would
must
imagine
be.
so. It's been out for ages, so
Yeah.
I would think so.
I go to. I'm just going to be really simple and just set it to go to roughly the right place.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
It's off because I've only got a third of a load, so.
Oh, yeah, we're down to, oh, I've only got 89% left.
Oh, how will you cope? How will you cope?
dear. I think, yeah, I'm just, yeah. Well, that's the point. Actually, I'm going to have to start the up and downs.
Well, two headlands should be enough, shouldn't it?
I
Or do
think
you think you
so.
need more?
No, it should be all right. I think.
I would definitely skip rows.
Yes.
Um, and well, you'll be able to skip rows for a bit because
Yeah.
I've done a few. I'm hoping the lorry will make it back fairly quickly.
Yeah. All right then. Oh no.
No, no. Okay, that failed.
Oh dear.
I'll
It's
finish this.
not.
I'll finish this row and I'll run down to the buy point.
Okie dokie.
But I think for the future ones, we'll have to do something. And I'm applying 9,500 liters a minute.
Jesus. That's yeah, that's good going.
And it's a combination of extreme working width and really
Very
bad
poor
condition
field. Yeah.
And what I could do is stick it on a worker at this point with it buying lime while I go and get more.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. At least you can turn GPS off.
You probably need to set it to buy.
Let's have a look at that. Worker. Oh. What category would it be under? Fuel, seeds, fertilizer, slurry, or manure?
Might be fertilizer.
Okay.
I'll try it and see. Because there
Yeah,
is some
give it a
lime
whirl.
in at the moment, so.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's working. Wow, that's costing a lot. We won't do that.
Oh, well, yeah.
It made
I
it
guess it takes an.
made it as far as the cedar
Oh,
and crashed.
that's it. Oh. Oh.
It must be this truck with the amount of times that it got crashed on the way down here.
You had to bring it up, didn't you?
Of course I did. Because I wasn't driving it.
I did have some minor issues
Minor.
with the AI traffic.
Yes. 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 It was the AI traffic that when you took that turn where there was no traffic nearby, you ended up completely jackknifed.
Yeah, well, it does go quick, that truck.
I think I'm going
So
the wrong
what
way.
can I say?
Yeah, I'm going the wrong way.
That's karma for bringing it up about me crashing.
It is, but I also managed to turn it without jackknifing it.
Well done, you.
My lessons in realism are paying off.
Yes, it's not so much even a nod to realism for you now, is it?
The Thursdays are not. No, Thursdays are not.
Well, I think even Maypole,
Yeah,
you were like,
I'm
you're loading
trying.
stuff properly, and
I'm trying.
you are very trying, yeah.
I quite like the looking stuff up as well to find out how it should be done.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think that's quite a nice.
Well, you've got your new mate, haven't you?
Mr. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
The AI farmer.
AI farmer.
It's interesting seeing people asking it. I don't know if you saw on Discord. Someone asked it how to do something in modding in FS, and it told him the answer.
Never.
When he was getting an error. Yep.
How cool is that?
Which is, I find it incredible because it was trained before FS22 existed.
Yeah, but
so it's
would it not be just probably maybe getting the wrong end of the stick with it, but would it not just be a general, this is how you do XML, this is how you do
it
Lua?
was a specific question about an FS22 command function.
Oh, wow.
The guess was that it was the same as FS19.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not connected to the web.
Got
so
you.
It can't search the internet for things now it's been trained.
So
it was
I suppose that's how they stop it taking over the world, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's partly to stop people using it as a search engine because it's way better than Google at some stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I've not looked at it yet, but I do. It's weird. Obviously, it's mentioned a lot on Discord, and you mention it and all this stuff. But I've seen stuff start to pop up on YouTube about it, and I can't remember what it was for. Can't remember. It popped up this morning
yeah,
with
and
using ChatGPT to do something.
yeah, I've seen people have asked it to have got it to do the bar exam in the US, which it passed.
Never.
Yep. It's. I think they've been trying to get it to basically get a degree, and I
Okay.
think it's been struggling with some elements of some things,
Yeah.
but actually is doing relatively well.
It's mad, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
So clever.
I think I found the problem you had up at the fill point.
Okay.
The fill trigger is not graphically where the output is.
That would make sense. Yeah.
It's about a bin ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
So to fill the front bin, you have to be between the cab and the trailer.
Ah. Got you. Ooh.
So it is now actually working, which is quite cool.
Oh, good. That's all right then. I can see the money disappearing.
Going down in small chunks. It's still cheaper than getting a worker to do it.
It is. I think we probably used that much when it did the 20 feet that it was on the work for.
Yeah, and the thing that they're talking about, I don't know if you watch any of it. I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tip stuff because I'm an IT geek, and they do a weekly podcast and they talk about it quite a lot on there. And there are people that have, based on what exists now, they've written sort of IT support call center plugins that people are paying for. Because it will do, IT support call center with no people.
How? Yeah.
But
yeah. Good idea.
The interesting thing is that ChatGPT is currently in like an open beta.
Right.
So they're letting the public access it for free to get lots of testing done. But there is a possibility that in the future it won't be as freely available.
Yeah.
And then all these businesses that have built a business around having free access to this cool AI tool might be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's quite a good idea. Yeah, there isn't. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, you I don't know if you read any of the answers that I stuck in some of the videos, but it gives you a really, quite well constructed answer.
I think the one I saw, you'd asked it about the lime and manure in what order. But yeah, it's very clever. Where do I want to be going now? I want to be going down that headland.
I am on my way back.
Cool.
You've almost caught up with me by the looks of it.
Yeah, I've got 2 up and downs to go, but I'm just going to make myself more of a headland down this one. I forgot about it. I stuck on GPS and then just turned around. Well, stuck on GPS, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Slight jackknife there. Maybe it's the truck. Maybe it's the however many tons of lime is behind us.
Probably, yeah. It is quite weighty. Did you like the video that I put on Discord, didn't you? Yesterday, was it? Yesterday?
Yes. Yeah, they were really cool.
The what are they called? I can't think of them now.
Robo dogs
from I've got the name of the company. Can't even think. My brain has gone dead.
Yeah, they were very
I've got
cool.
my phone to look it up. Pretty sure it says on there.
Now you combine that with artificial intelligence.
Boston Dynamics, that's it. Yeah. Well, the guy was saying that the idea of them originated from was a much bigger setup that was powered by an internal combustion engine, and it was military
Yeah.
based for going in and rescuing soldiers from the battlefield. And then they've obviously tweaked that. But the idea of it being a dog is that, well, it's twofold. One, they're supposed to be more approachable in cases where they need to be rescuing people from a building or finding, you're not freaked out by it. But then the other thing was, based off the design, they were like, what animal can, go anywhere, climb, stairs, etc. And then they based it off a dog/wolf or whatever. But yeah, very clever. They were saying that they use them for they call infrared heat-seeking cameras on them, and or whatever. Really, they were sending them around production facilities, look for items that shouldn't be, in a way or thin, so health and safety stuff.
That's cool.
Also for hot spots in cabling.
Oh yeah, you're very broken up.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's my internet or yours, so I wouldn't worry.
Okay. Oh yeah, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Just looking that I've got nothing running. But yes, they were saying that there's lots of different uses for them. So very cool.
Yeah, they look very cool. And it makes sense to use a kind of a design like that, because dogs are the sort of smallish four-legged animal is pretty good at getting in most places.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's big enough that it could, like you say, be used to help get a person somewhere.
Yeah. No, it's very clever. They were saying it's a balance, though, between obviously it being approachable, but then there's this sort of, well, people take it then too far and approach when they shouldn't. Do you know? So there's all the sort of ethics and whatever around it. It's very clever. Very clever. How are you doing for loading up? Oh, I see you.
Back. I am almost full. So, no, if I could remember.
It's reasonably quick progress, isn't it?
Yeah, I just need to remember how to turn on GPS.
Alt-C. And Alt-X to activate on that course.
There we go. I really only use this when we're doing this, because I tend not to use it. Paul and co have this version installed, but I tend not to use it on there for most stuff. So
yeah, I guess with the lowly jobs that you're allowed to do, you don't really need it.
Yeah, when it comes to subsoiling all of his grass fields, I might need it, but I should be able to get a little bit ahead again now.
Yes, fingers crossed. A good place to put the truck as well.
I thought it just saved me a few seconds.
Yeah. Don't get any lime on the fertilised bits.
It should auto shut off. It did.
Oh, yeah, of course. Phew.
Precision farming.
Like I said, precision farming.
Because there's not much of a headland there, is there? Oh, there's a little bit.
No.
There's a little bit on the fertilised bits. It'll be fine.
Oh.
It's not over applying.
I'll get him.
It's not over.
No, it's just OCD. Interestingly, this is now filling in the bits, so this is all good.
Yeah, it's looking like quite. It's just it looks like it's the edge of the strip doesn't quite apply as much.
Yeah,
which is quite a cool effect.
It is, I guess. Yeah, it's sort of tailing off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that. And we've only used 26%, so
Yeah, me
the
too.
job's a good one.
Me too. 26% of the world's supply of lime gone.
Yeah, it does seem about that, doesn't it, really? It's getting through it. You've never got up and down in one hopper.
Yep.
Wowzers.
And it wasn't even a complete load.
Oh,
I just took two
very
bins
good.
out of the trailer,
Okay.
which, if that's enough to do a run each way, that's probably an easy way of doing it.
Yeah, it's a good shout, actually, because at least then you're at the right end to fill up again.
Yeah, and the robot stuff is an interesting one, isn't it? Because I fully expect that eventually, a lot of kind of security jobs and stuff
Hmm.
might end up being replaced by a person watching a fleet of robots
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
doing the legwork bit.
Drones as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was a. The thing is, you watched some TV programs you watch now where they are set in the future, and it's like, well, actually, yeah, that is quite possible now. I
Yeah.
think I was watching something the other day where it got a drone flying around a business at night or out of hours, and it spotted a computer that was on. It was reverting all these different things back, pretty similar to like the K9 sort of Boston Dynamics
Hmm.
idea of looking for hotspots and whatnot or things that shouldn't be there. But yeah, it's very very clever.
Yeah, and then you think that actually when I was a kid, which was when you were much less of a kid, um, it's like we should have flying cars by now.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I used to play Cyberpunk 2020, which was the paper-based version of what Cyberpunk 2077 is based on,
right.
and Cyberpunk 2020, which was 3 years ago, it was robotics, androids, cybernetics, flying cars, everything,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've got none of that. You know,
No.
I want my cybernetic legs and replaced eyes and all that kind of thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, Back to the Future's got a lot to answer for as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, because
With
that was a couple of days ago, wasn't it? That
can't
Marty
remember
was the.
actually.
I think it was last week was the date that they went to in the first Back to the Future film.
Yeah. Oh. Ugh. 800 numbers calling. Excuse me. Get rid.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know actually, but yeah, the thing that have you seen the series Black Mirror? Did you ever watch any of
I
those?
have not, no.
So there's one in there about um, robotic dogs, but they're naughty, horrible ones.
Mm.
They go around hunting you, and it's like, yeah, I suppose it has got the potential for that.
Yeah, and any technology has the potential for someone to change its intent.
Of course, yes,
That's why we have antivirus software.
yeah,
It's why there's a whole huge industry in that kind of thing, and
yeah. This is true.
cybersecurity and all that kind of stuff. It's and most often with that kind of thing, the weakest link is the squishy bit that's in charge of it.
The swish bit, yeah, that's right though.
Um,
Yeah,
so for part of what I do at work, we have to go through cybersecurity training, and a big
okay, yeah,
part of the weakness and the stuff that you're taught about is the squishy bit is the weak bit.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's much easier to fish a person through Facebook or LinkedIn or anything like that
yeah,
than it is to hack a company's computer system.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, we get a lot of the. Well, we get everything now on emails. Like, this is the first time you've received an email from this person. it's originated from outside of your
Yeah.
company, all of that, and it's like, yeah, I know, I can tell. But then there's that. I suppose it's for a reason. I get that, but
I think it's like that thing that we both had a few weeks ago with the Discord hack that was sent out. It's
yeah,
to just give you that little nudge. This isn't normal.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Because you sometimes, in that case, it did take the little nudge that, wait a second, it's asking me to use my phone to join a Discord group,
yeah.
which was the nudge it took me to go, no, this is dodgy.
This is very dodgy. Yeah, yeah,
And so I find those things really frustrating. It's like at work, every email that's got pictures in, you have to click a button to load the pictures.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
Same.
like, it's from somewhere that's trusted. Just load them. But it just makes you think.
Yeah, it does, and I think they get to a point where they almost have to take that thinking and that thought element away from it, so that if you do have a moment where you mess up and believe something you shouldn't, then it's the computer and the system's already got it in hand to go, ah, you silly so and so.
Yeah, I think so. That's another truck full of lime gone.
You are kidding.
Yep. I reckon
Wowzers.
maybe one more.
I think so.
Maybe one
Are you
more.
just going to F12 it, whatever you want to do with it, and then just take the money out?
The problem is
The
I
speed?
can't F12.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it doesn't take that long to
I'll
run
see.
down
I'll
to the
see you
store.
when you get. I'll see you when you get back from the bulk supply
Yeah.
bit. Then
I think what we should do for the next one, the other option is to add in the farm supply pack and buy the 5,000
yeah,
litre pallets with the auto load trailer. Because we should be
yeah,
able to put a heck of a lot of those on that flatbed trailer.
yeah. That's a fair point, actually.
Um,
Or fill the 82 Studios trailer up with it.
yeah, we need something to be able to put it in the spreader then, though.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, good point.
We'd need to mess about
Yeah,
with augers to do that. And
yeah. No, I like your idea better.
yeah, I think that way we can stick with the spreader we've got rather than using the GT one.
Yes,
Because
I
it does
think
fit the
that's
farm better. So,
it does. It's very fitting.
and it really doesn't take that long to get across to the. If I wasn't recording, I might just cut straight across field 6.
Well, there's no hedges for you to drive straight
Exactly,
through, so
with my love of going through hedges, I could go across 6 and 7 and basically be there.
yeah.
You go through one hedge once.
It's fine going through hedges. Just don't do it when you're recording.
Yeah.
Not that I would do it
No,
anyway.
no, of course you wouldn't. Don't you have hedge collisions turned off on Attigan?
Yep. I can't remember why I did. I think I probably got something stuck.
They're
Turned it off, and then yeah,
ever so slightly too
horseplay.
high. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're ever so slightly too high as well because you can't jump over them,
yeah,
which I
that's
find
right.
really frustrating.
Yeah, but
When
then
I
again, would you be able to jump over a hedge in real life?
True. True. Would I
Me
be
and
able
my
to run as
realism.
fast as a car in real life, which I can in game without enabling any cheats?
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, when I did when I set up the new farm on there, I adjusted some of the hedges around it so the collisions were ever so slightly lower.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in Giant
Good
Editor
idea.
anyway, deleting hedges to
Yeah,
open that bit of land up. Because I think originally there's a fence or a hedge that runs all the way down the edge of that field, so I had to make an entrance anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
I would not to knock on you former console players, But having always played this game on PC and always having been able to, go into a map in Giants Editor and delete things or move things,
Yeah.
I'd find it really hard to play on console, I think.
Yeah. I
And
think,
be fixed like that.
yeah, it's, yeah, I don't think I could ever go back. Do you know, like, not that I've done anything in Giants Editor, but just generally, I think for me now, that's it. I'm converted. But I remember from, was it? It was Mr. Seeley P, Attingham Park, FS19, and the Brompton Yard, or Brompton Farm. And then where you've got the cow barn, and then you've got one of the sheds between there. I think he cleared all of that, landscaped a ramp over the fence, and then back down the other side into the field because he was fed up of driving round.
Yeah.
I was like, that's quite a cool idea, actually.
There's so much unnecessary work.
I know, yeah. I know.
I'd get so frustrated. I think I'd possibly find some of it so frustrating that it would put me off doing things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have the, whatever the right term is, to just sit and go through the pain of doing that. When I know that if you're playing on a different platform, you can do it in, 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
And I know not everyone does do that. There are some people that probably find the idea of Giants Editor absolutely terrifying because it's really easy to break stuff if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, same. That's me. Yeah, I'm like that. I don't think I've ever loaded it up.
But I did. What did I do? I added, when I added in the grazing bits for your yard onto Attingham, when I was putting the cows in there and I needed them to graze so they don't die, I managed to break some of the links to the textures, and every texture on that farm vanished and it was just completely white.
Oh, oops.
But I've done that before and I knew how to fix it, so it was less scary. But if you were doing things for the first time and you did that,
Yeah.
you'd probably never go back to trying to do stuff.
No, it would really put you off.
It was only because when I did stuff, I was on FS19 playing on Charwell on Lance's map. There was so much clutter around the yards that I had to work out how to delete it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in the map; it was in the placeables that loaded into the map. And so I kept, I'd delete something and I'd load it back in. It would all be white because I'd killed the textures. It took me weeks to get it to go.
Yeah.
But, I eventually got it to work.
Fair play. Yeah, I guess I would like to have a look at it at some point, but there's been nothing that I've wanted to change so much on a farm or a map that's gone, yeah, I need to learn how to use GE. But, see some people do some very clever tweaks stuff.
Yeah. And
haven't had the inclination to do it yet.
Simulation for the Nation and Scruft both do very cool things with with building farms in GE and in-game.
Yeah.
I remember watching Simulation for the Nation do a yard build on Calmsden near where the chicken coop is, and into that area.
Oh yes, I think
It's really clever how, and I think I'm particularly bad at building them because I tend to just lay them out in a grid.
Yeah.
It's like, right, I'll put that one there. I'll turn that one 90 degrees and put it there. And
I'll put some gravel down and a bit of tarmac and jobs are good. Yeah. Or concrete. Yeah.
And whether it's because Paul's really good at it as well, and I wonder whether it's people that have been around farms more, and so kind of have a feel for how they look.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that I suck at it.
I was watching. I think it was Argsy, and his Canadian cattle farmer one. Bearing in mind how pretty sure he's an architect. He is, I think.
Yes, he is an architect. Yeah.
And he'd done a drawing of the layout of the farm, and it went. I think it was one of the first couple of episodes. It was like he'd planned it out, all the different bunkers for all the different stuff for Mace Plus, different silos and all this lot. And I was like, that is some level of detail.
I think,
but when you do it for a job,
yeah,
it's a lot easier to
and,
do something like that.
And if you've got the right tools or the right skills to do it properly,
yeah.
It's why I like doing the kind of spreadsheet numerical analysis that I do.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
because I do it as a job, and so it's really, a lot of it is very natural and easy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and I think that's probably where your curiosity comes from as well, isn't it? With you were saying, was it probably yesterday's video about the not Green Valley. This is Green Valley, Greenlands, and the sheeps and the wool versus the fabric
I have looked at the numbers for that.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
Particularly that production that I put down is relatively cheaty.
Yes.
But
I don't know. I think the whole thing around productions being cheaty is a bit of a because I just think the base game ones are so blooming slow.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything. Well, there can be obviously cheaty elements, but some of them are just downright slow, and you think
they are.
How on earth? 28 cycles a month or whatever. It's like, really.
Yeah, I think if you can't process a reasonable size harvest of crops in a year through some of the mills. I remember looking at some of the different grain mills and stuff, and it's like, okay, it's going to take more than a year to process. Or like the original, the base game BGAs, it's like I've done one cut of grass off of a field for silage, and it's going to take more than a year to process it.
Well, it's like I found that, doing the last Carmson episode, I'd sold everything bar the everything was processed bar the sunflower oil, I think it was, and I had to skip through almost another year to get it all to process. It's like, ugh, really?
That's
I should have
stupid,
gone in and made it super speedy. But
I find some stuff is just not very well balanced in the game. Whether it's because it's a new feature and Giants weren't sure how to set it up.
Yeah.
But if you own an oil processing factory, which is essentially what you're doing, then you should be, you would in reality, you'd be processing the harvests from many farmers in not very long.
Yeah, it's true.
Not just one field from one farm in a year.
Yeah, you'd be putting shifts on as well, wouldn't you, to get it done?
And
get it done a bit quicker.
Yeah, maybe it's because the factory cost you a couple of 100,000 rather than millions of pounds.
Yeah, maybe.
But the buildings give you the impression of it being a big facility, but it behaves like it's a bloke in his shed with a vice pressing the individual sunflowers.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Yeah.
I had a lot of requests when I did the BGA to do a spinnery and a tailor's because the base game ones were so slow, but I never used them, so I was like, someone else can do it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean, there is the balance because I think I sped up the brewery when I'd got that running, and it produced so many pallets. It's like you'd move 5 or 6 or whatever, and then another there, it's full again. And it gets to the point where, okay, I like it processing quick, but I should maybe set it to distributing or selling, but then you kind of miss out. So it is a balance.
Yeah,
we can moan about it being quick.
I think that's the point when you increase the size of the pallets as well.
But well, yeah, yeah, it's
And
true.
in 19, I used Global Company to have factories, and I had
Yeah,
a brewery on there on one, and
yeah,
I did the kind of I as the farm grew, I scaled up the speed of the production, but I paid for it.
mm. Oh,
Um,
okay, yeah,
and I then had to massively increase the capacity of the pallets because otherwise I was getting so many that
yeah,
it was just ridiculous. So I
yeah.
made the
That's
pallets
true.
like 5 times bigger
Yeah,
because then you
I
still
guess
get
that's
the experience of moving them,
yeah,
but it's a
but
sensible
not as
amount.
yeah, not every 30 seconds. I guess because the only thing is, it's you could argue that the cheaty element comes is when you change, like I did, you change the um, hourly, what do you call it? Productions per hour or
Mm,
productions per month, but then you leave the cost of a production the same. You don't upscale it.
yeah,
So you're not effectively, so if you're simulating running 2 shifts, 3 shifts, you're not
mm,
actually updating the
you're
cost
not
to suit.
paying
So
for those.
not paying for that privilege, yeah. Slave labour, yeah.
Yeah, I think that just comes down then to how you're playing. And if you really are that
Yes,
worried about
yeah.
it, you could increase the costs that go with it.
Yeah,
But my answer usually in the end is it's a video game.
yeah, yeah.
It's all fine,
Yeah, how
whatever
far
you
do you
do,
take it?
you
Yeah.
know. Um, and I was asking about editing. Finding someone that had made a faster spinnery, um,
Yeah,
and it's like, yes, I can go in and edit it. I know how to do that. But
yeah.
like people don't want to use Giant's editor, a lot of people don't want to go in and edit XML.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So if
You
you
know,
can find one and link it in the
yeah.
description, it makes it, yeah,
If
it's a
if I
good
turn around and
point,
say,
yeah.
oh, the first thing you need to do is go in and create a copy of the base game production as a mod, and then edit it so that it behaves like this, and then you can do
Mm.
that, you might as well just, you know, I think you start to lose people very quickly. Um,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
and
definitely.
maybe not regular people who watch, but you lose the new people. Um,
Yeah, no, definitely.
which is why most of the stuff that I do like that is done with whatever, like most of the Maze Plus stuff is done with how Maze Plus is set up, delivered, when I know I
Yeah,
can just go in and change it so that, I could change it so beef produce so much manure that you can become a millionaire without ever selling a single cow.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
or sheep produce so much wool that you need one.
yeah.
Um, but, and the wool one is a really tricky one because I tried doing it with eggs and wool and increasing their output, and it was really, really twitchy as to whether it would work or not.
I think I remember you saying something about that.
And I was going to do a video on how to increase egg and wool
That was
production,
it.
and I I found that about 50% of the time it actually worked, doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I remember you did. Yeah, I remember you saying about that one, which
Um,
is weird, I guess.
yeah, I think there are some weaknesses in the Giant engine about how some things are calculated,
Yeah,
I think, and it's just down to that if you try and change things beyond how Giants had it set up when they developed the game, you go
like
beyond the
it.
limits of the code.
Yeah.
I am almost done.
Well done.
We should have swapped at some point, but it's a bit late
Yeah,
now.
it's fine. It's
It
been quite a
actually,
relaxing job actually for me.
it hasn't been that bad for me, to be honest.
I guess
Actually,
it's just the yeah,
I think I'm going to have just enough in this trailer to finish the field
which is rather good.
because there's one bin
Let's
left.
we want precision farming, don't we? Lime. 143,000 litres you've put on so far.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all.
At 40,000 litres a trailer.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yes, I really hope this last little bit is enough.
You got that little, the sort of bendy bit.
Should be fine.
Technical term for the odd shape in the field.
Yeah, the
bendy
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we got everything figured out.
Yep. Totally professional at this.
Yeah.
There we go. That's that job done.
What about that slither down there, or is it not enough for it to pick up?
I don't think there's enough that it will pick up. The map thinks it's limed.
Are you sure?
I am.
Map says differently.
I'll leave this parked here. And if you feel
you can come and try it, yeah.
If you feel the need to apply some more lime, you are more than welcome to.
143,348 litres of lime, and we are
about
just over
3 litres of
2,000.
anhydrous.
2,000 litres. We've used 1,800 litres of fuel so far. Which is mad. It's got to be the combines.
Attach. I mean the loser quad track.
Oh, has it got?
No, it hasn't. Cartech written on the back of it.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I thought, oh, getting number 1. I forgot that we put number plates and stuff. I've stolen your quad track.
Sorry. Absolutely fine.
If I... This can be... anhydrous saved file. There you go. Should be a track saved for you.
Cool.
No. Oh, I didn't do that properly. What field are we in? 9?
9. Got a number on it.
Any anhydrous. There you go. Should be field 9 anhydrous. I think we're in field 9. Yeah, we are. That was a good guess.
It'll be the one that's got anhydrous written in it.
Yes. Yeah. Keep forgetting which track I should be on. Not that one.
I'll wait till I get to the field before I start doing stuff. Rather than accidentally unfolding the anhydrous part on the road.
Yeah, they're quite wide, so just mind the telegraph poles. This hasn't taken too long, I don't think.
Under an hour so far.
Be up to under an hour, yeah. Nice steady 9 mile an hour.
Okay.
Can you work it?
Now my screen's just switched off.
Oh, that's always helpful.
There we go. It's back. I'm just trying. I really struggle with remembering the commands for GPS.
Oh. Control S to bring up the bit you want.
Don't see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Might help if I.
Oh, Alt C, Control S.
That's it.
I always do that. It's like, why is it not working? Oh yeah, you've actually got to turn it on for the menu to want to come up.
That has worked. Should I start this? Should I start this side of the field?
Yeah, can do, mate. Yeah. I'm liking using the quad track.
Yeah, it's not a tractor that I use very often.
No. They yeah, they don't really fit. Well, we said this that we were talking about. They might fit, but they're not necessarily in keeping with some of the maps that we were talking about. We were talking about Calmsden, weren't we?
We were, and then someone posted a picture of 2 quad tracks at the dealership at Calmsden.
Yeah. Yes. I think depends. Like you've said in the past, it depends on the soil type, doesn't it?
It
Because they
does.
could be just pulling a 3 metre subsoiler.
Yeah, and that's the example I always use is the farm here,
Yeah,
that has a Fendt MT, but it's
yeah.
usually pulling 4 meter implements because the
Uh,
clay is so thick.
It's needed to do it. Yeah,
Yeah, that it just needs that to get through the ground. And even
yeah,
their seeder is not. I think it was either a 4 or 6 meter Vadestad seeder they were using.
yeah,
It's not huge. The only big thing I've seen them pulling with it is rollers.
yeah. I suppose that's not as much.
They were out
Yeah.
it's a month or a few months ago rolling the field, but they were right the other side of the field, and it was a huge field annoyingly.
Oh, how annoying.
It was very inconsiderate of them.
I know. Yeah, they should have been like following you around the field.
Yeah, I was hoping that they were going to head over to be closer.
Yeah. Disappointing.
And harvest is usually pretty. If I happen to, because it's just one of the places that I run around, and if they happen
Yeah.
to be out doing stuff like harvest was quite good last year.
Yeah.
Because they had a couple of combines running at one of the farms at once.
That's cool.
They had a lot of kit in that field, actually. They had 2 combines running. They had someone out with a hedge cutter doing the headlands.
Oh,
And then I'm not sure how many carters they had because it was quite a drive back to the farm.
yeah, yeah. I think that's. Yeah. I mean, I got. I think I was working from home, and you can hear them, can't you?
Mm.
You saw that you hear the combines going, and there's a field like near enough right out the back. Only a small plot, couple of plots either side of a farm track. But yeah, I went out and was geeking out over that. So
I always feel a bit sad if they watch me taking pictures of them.
yeah, I was like, I've never done it before. I was like, I'm going out. Let's have a look. But yeah, it's right. I guess the whole, like you say, the whole distance from where you're dumping the grain. I wonder what the logic is. And they go, okay, it's going to take it. They must know. I
There's got
obviously
to be
know how long
time.
it takes to get
Yeah.
back. Yeah, yeah,
And then you see it with most of the time when, like in harvest with Ollie blogs, and they tend to do it based on how long a cart it is as to which tractors they
yeah,
use and how many.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if it's a long cart, it's like, right, we'll use the fast track and the big Fendt because they're both quick and they've got big trailer
Yeah.
on them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
or,
That's
or it's a small farm and we've got 2 tractors, that's all we can use.
yes. Well, yeah, and the combine ends up waiting. Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, no, they're starting to. I know. I saw you were saying to Smart that manure spreading. They've started to
No,
cart the slurry again around here.
that was me playing Farm Sim.
Oh, I hadn't clocked that. I thought that was actual. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. I could have sworn it was.
I was trying to hint because it was the special odor-free version.
That makes sense now. You fool. Mind you, who's the fool? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's tickled me. That has.
because I had spent yesterday afternoon doing that.
Oh, some.
Um,
Where are you? You're there.
Coming up what would have been your skip row.
Lines on.
I always have to have lines on for GPS.
If I remember, if I'm odd or even on the rows, then I'm good. But I can't remember.
I'm also finding that it's not that bad to turn to hit the next row.
No, it's not too shabby. The toolbar gets a little bit close to the
Yeah,
compressed cylinders.
I've slowed down the cruise control quite a lot, so it turns at quite a slow speed.
Oh, fair play.
When you lift the implement rather than it accelerating to flat out, I've knocked it down to 9 miles an hour.
Stupid question. Is it shift print screen to do a normal screenshot?
Don't know because I always use NVIDIA.
Oh, I can't remember what it was. No. Oh, clip captured. I don't want to clip it.
We didn't crash.
No. I think I've caught something there, because that's quite a good view, that.
Probably better from your angle.
Yes.
Actually, that's not.
Rather than you looking at the back of my head.
I can just get both of them in at maximum zoom. Yeah, I thought it was better to come over and do it together rather than separate sides of the field.
Yes.
Because it looks cooler.
It does. Looks much better. And we're not far off done.
No. Apart from the fact that we've got another whole field and a field to, about 3 fields to harvest.
Yeah.
1, 2, yeah, 3 fields to harvest. And they're all going to be in this kind of condition.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
But
dear.
apart from that,
I'll let you take the lead on that one.
thank you.
Tell who's done the most work.
Yeah, because one of us has limed the field and contributed to fertilising.
You have. You've done a power of work today.
And driven endlessly to the bulk supply point, whilst one of us just sat in his nice comfortable tractor, having had it set up for him.
Oh yeah, there was that, to be fair. But I have, I absolutely have not had it on like 6 miles an hour just to drag it out.
I'll have to check now. You did do all the fapping with the combine headers, so I'll give you that.
Could I remember how to do them? Nope. Oh dear. Yeah. Had to go and revisit the FSG video on how to do it.
That's why I hadn't folded tutorials.
Exactly. I hadn't folded the header. I forgot that you had to fold that up first and then attach it to the trailer, the bogie bit. Yeah. They don't seem overly stable. But that's how they're not. That's not just a FS thing. That's how they are in real life.
Well, they're stupidly long and quite heavy, and only supported in the middle.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Take that one, and I'll go around.
Yeah.
Probably easier for you to.
There we go. I think this might go all in one go.
That's it. There might be a tiny bit.
Yeah, there's a little square there.
That's done. It's just got lime on it. I'll go and get rid of it for you.
Thank you. Come on. I can't believe how little it's used. I mean, you must be on what, about 4% used or something?
8%.
Okay. That perfect.
Better?
Absolutely brilliant.
I think there might be a tie. Is it going to get? No, it's going to get all out. Excellent.
Yeah, should all get it in one.
And it still looks nice and shiny and clean.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, we still haven't got a pressure washer, have we?
No.
Or have we now? I can't remember.
No, and I noticed that you made my tractor dirty.
Yeah, I do apologise for that. There we go.
It does look like one of us has done absolutely nothing.
Weirdly, there's a triangular bit there that doesn't look like it's got anything on.
There's bits that aren't showing as fertilised. And I don't know why.
Were you set to the same level as me? How strange. Oh. Very odd. I can turn that off. Fold that up.
That folds really cleverly, doesn't it? I'd missed it when
it does. I was just thinking that. How the little side wings.
Yeah, I was talking about that in, I think it's the next Ohio video with the folding corn headers.
Yeah.
and how they all fold up in the engineering and stuff. So, which I thought was really cool.
It is very cool. Well, that's not been too shabby, has it?
No, I think that was a good job done.
It was indeed. So what do we need to do next time? Let's have a quick look at... So probably if we do...
We could do some grass work.
We could...
On field 21. Assuming that is actually growing.
It is. We could do some grass work. We haven't done any yet, have we?
No.
We could maybe
carry on.
Have, if we had if we set a courseplay course up running around field 6 with one of these toolbars, that could be running away in the background. We can do some grass work.
The Yan lime spreader.
That's not a bad idea.
That will spread that whole field in one load, probably.
Yeah. So we can get that field prepped.
Yep.
And then we can work in 21, and then we'll be into soybean harvest, I think, next time.
Month will probably be soybeans and corn.
Yes.
Because the corn...
Busy.
Probably both be ready at the same time.
I'm beginning to think we've got too many fields.
I think we might just need to do more automation.
I think you might be right. I think the soybeans and the corn are going to push us to that, aren't they? So.
Yeah, so I think the other fields that need liming and prepping, we automate while we're doing other jobs.
Yeah, no, definitely. So it's not too repetitive.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. Awesome.
Sounds like a plan, mate.
I will see you next week. Have a good one.
You will. And you, mate. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
That was definitely a lot of fun to record. I have yet to edit it yet, but I did notice that sometimes the audio levels are a bit funny. So hopefully I've got that sorted. As we said, I was having some internet issues as well. So there is some periods where Kartek's audio is a little bit choppy, I think. If you want to find out what he was saying, go watch his video if you haven't watched that before watching this one. And I just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel as always. Comments, etc. below. And if you just sat and watched an hour and 10 minutes of us two waffling away whilst pretending to know what we're doing, driving tractors, and you aren't, definitely subscribe, because I'm hoping that this is going to be a more regular thing. Now, I've had a lot of trouble with life getting in the way of us being able to record. It was looking dodgy for this one with the internet issues that I was having. But yeah, hopefully this will be making back on the schedule every week. And see you next time.